Welcome back, everyone, and thanks so much for watching. We're back out in the woods again. We're going to try to get this stand that we removed in one of the last videos up in another spot on the property. So where we're at, this isn't a new spot to us. This is something I started hunting a lot last year and it seemed pretty productive. So we're just moving over to this location. But I am here by myself and I'm going to try to get all this set up by myself, which is going to use, I'm going to use that same kind of I don't want to call it a pulley system, but kind of a rope system to lift it up in the tree. But here's kind of a view of where we're at. You can see this is the tree we're going to use. I've already got one ladder section. I've got to get the others up there. We'll film that. The tree itself is actually a pretty good size hardwood. And we're overlooking this creek that's pretty shallow. This is actually after a hurricane came through, so not too bad considering. Through here to my right, as we're looking, that goes into the property. That is a deer trail that they're always on. And then on the other side, you can see it's a bottom area. That's actually a swampy area that'll show up much more once we get into more of the fall and get into the winter. But you'll be able to see all kinds of deer. And we actually have over in that corner over there another stand to hunt in different wind directions. So what this allows us to do is to hunt that same area depending on the wind. But first, we're going to get these sections up, these ladder sections first. I'll get this camera squared away on the stand and we can see if we can get it done in a pretty quick amount of time, because I'm sure putting one up using this method is going to take a little bit longer. All right, we got the ladder sections on. I wanted to stop just to show. I actually did move these in a little that way from where I set them up. So if they look different, that's why, because I literally have only one flat spot I can film from. So now we're going to get the safety lining. See, I've already got one. We're going to put our permanent safety line up that goes all the way down. And then we're going to try to use that safety line with the carabiner to hoist that stand up to that spot. And you can see I don't get that high up in the trees, and I've said this, but that drop off is huge. So if you use the natural lay of the land to your advantage, then you're going to be way up there looking over. And you can see down through here just how steep we're talking. So it's somewhat of a little hill, but this is very easily accessible. Plus, guys, I just don't like getting that high up in the trees. I know some people do, but it ain't my thing. But let's get that hooked up and see if we can hoist this stand in the tree. That would be awesome if this goes smoothly. Okay, here's where we are. I had to kind of regroup a little bit so you can see the stand. See if I can zoom in, you can see there's a carabiner right there where the line goes through. Now I ended up putting a ratchet strap up there, and I'm going to remove that, and that's because, as most of you probably would guess, that was too much pressure on that poor carabiner. It just pulled that rope down. But the idea as a whole seems to be working. I will say that rope that I'm using is ragged and old, so make sure you've got something that's stout, and I would even recommend doing a pulley. So I think next time I'm just going to buy a simple pulley and just hook it up. I don't think it'll work, but we're going to get this thing the rest of the way. All right. Had to change it a little bit, but not bad. Well, we did it, and we have a good view looking down that way, right over the creek. And that'll be hard to see the depth. Flies getting on me, and the way the height is here. This gives us a big view. So out that way is a wide open clearing and actually a lake. So our borders kind of goes up through-ish there. Over here we have a swampy bottom area, of course a creek. And then looking down through there, we have a trail. You can see where deer come through there. They pass through there, right down through there, right over there to my neighbor's property. So good little spot. Got a lot of different habitat areas combining. So that's what you want to look for. Just get out there, hunt your land, find out where you think they're going, and there's where you can put you a stand. But we are good. It did not go as smooth as I thought, but we got it, and the trick worked. One person. So that's going to do it for this video, folks. I hope this was helpful to someone. It actually helped me out. I was expecting to just do a boring video on putting a stand in a tree, and I thought, you know what, let's figure out a way to do this by ourselves. I'm sure a lot of you know great ways. If you do, put them in the comments. Let's share for everybody. That's the whole purpose of this, is so we can all learn. This worked. Not going to work with just the safety line. You need a ratchet strap or something to really kind of hold either a pulley or a carabiner there. That rope is pretty tight. So my recommendation, carabiner's fine. Get you a stout rope, something that's not going to stretch like that one would, and use a ratchet strap or some kind of a hook or something up there. But it worked for me. It got it in position. You saw I didn't have to worry about lugging it up the ladder, nothing like that. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope this was helpful. We're going to have some more content out here as we get closer into the season, as well as some other things to do with the cabin and all that. But until then, we will chat with you guys next time